Dave's Hot Chicken went from a parking lot pop-up to a billion-dollar brand in just a few years. Meanwhile, it took McDonald's 8 years just to sell their first billion burgers. Yeah, let that sink in. This isn't just a fast food success story. It's a truly amazing phenomenon. With a plan to skyrocket from 250 to 970 locations by the end of this year, Dave's is growing so fast that it makes other chains look like they're moving in slow motion. But what's their secret? Is it the chicken, the spice, or the sheer power of social media? Let's find out. Oh, and before we start, don't forget to subscribe, like, and tell us your go-to spice level. Are you a no spice or a Reaper Daredevil? Most fast food giants kick off their journey with a polished marketing strategy, a team of seasoned executives, and a pile of investor cash. Dave's? Nah, they started with a single fryer, some folding tables, and a dream. Back in 2017, Dave Kopushian, along with his friends Arman Oganessian and brothers Tommy and Gary Rubinyan, set up shop at an East Hollywood parking lot. Dave, the actual Dave of Dave's Hot Chicken, was a trained chef who studied under the legendary Thomas Keller. His friends just really loved hot chicken and had a gut feeling that LA was ready for something spicier than the usual fast food scene. So they took a simple concept, Nashville-style hot chicken, and gave it an LA twist. Can you just think about big, juicy, spice-crusted tenders served with a side of crinkle-cut fries and a dollop of their signature sauce, and not drool? Probably not. Plus, these were no frills, no gimmicks, just straight-up flavor bombs. And guess what? It worked. Thanks to Instagram, TikTok, and word of mouth, Dave's Hot Chicken blew up. Lines stretched around the block. People waited hours for a bite. The hype was real, and when they finally opened a brick-and-mortar spot, it was game over. Fast forward a few years, and that little parking lot stand has turned into the fastest-growing restaurant chain in America. Not bad for a bunch of guys with a fryer and a dream, right? Let's get one thing straight. You can't fake a food craze. If the product isn't good, people won't keep coming back. So what makes Dave's so irresistible? Firstly, its chicken is easily the best. It's crispy, juicy, and drenched in a spice blend that actually brings the heat. And unlike other chains where spicy means a light sprinkle of paprika, Dave's gives you options. If you want something mild, then cool. If you want to melt your taste buds off with a Reaper level, then go for it. Secondly, simplicity always wins. The menu isn't cluttered with unnecessary fluff. It's chicken tenders, sliders, fries, mac and cheese, and a couple of extras. That's it. No limited time only gimmicks, no confusing meal combos, just straight to the point deliciousness. Then there's social media mastery. Every plate from Dave's looks like it was made for Instagram. Crispy, golden chicken against bright red spice, served up in those iconic branded trays. It's foodie delight at its finest, and in an era where social media can make or break a brand, Dave's played the game perfectly. And let's not forget the sauce. Proprietary Dave's sauce is the unsung hero here. A little creamy, a little tangy, a little spicy. It's the thing that makes people dip everything on their tray, from fries to chicken to, let's be honest, their fingers. Add in the simple but perfect sides, crinkle-cut fries, pickles, and a soft buttery bun, and you've got a meal that feels like comfort food but hits with the excitement of a flavor bomb. Moreover, hot chicken is a must-have experience, and Dave's leans into that with a spice level challenge that keeps customers coming back. If you've ever dared to order the Reaper spice, you know it's not just about eating, it's about surviving. And that kind of thrill keeps people talking. It's the perfect storm of flavor, FOMO, and fiery challenges. And it's why Dave's isn't just popular, it's the ultimate favorite of all. Quick pause, if you're enjoying this video, then don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Most fast food chains have an identity crisis. Are they for busy parents grabbing dinner for the family? Are they for teenagers looking for a cheap meal? Are they trying to be hip, or are they just a little outdated? Dave's knows exactly who they are, and that's what makes them stand out. The branding is loud, in your face, and impossible to ignore. The neon signs, graffiti-style logos, and bold red and yellow aesthetics scream, this is a restaurant at its finest. And let's talk about the music inside Dave's locations. This isn't your typical soft background fast food playlist. It's hyped up rap, hip-hop, and beats that make you feel like you just walked into the coolest food spot in town. Even the merch game is next level. A lot of fast food brands sell t-shirts and hats, but Dave's makes merch that people actually want to wear. Think about bold hoodies, cool designs, and streetwear-inspired drops that sell out like concert tickets. It's fast food, but it's got swagger. If there's one way to instantly take a brand from popular to cultural phenomenon, it's getting celebrities obsessed with it. And guess what? Dave's did just that. Enter Drake. Yes, the Drake. The champagne poppy himself. In 2021, he became an official investor, putting his money where his mouth was, literally. And when one of the biggest artists in the world co-signs your brand, people listen. But Drake isn't the only A-lister in on the action. Celebrities like Post Malone, Kevin Hart, and even Kylie Jenner have all been spotted with Dave's in hand. And unlike those awkward celebrity fast food collaborations, looking at you, Travis Scott Meal, these stars actually seem to love the food. And let's talk about social media. Every time a celeb posts about Dave's, the internet explodes. One viral Instagram story can send thousands of new customers running to the nearest location. And when people see their favorite rapper or influencer sweating through a Reaper-level tender, yeah, they want in on the challenge. It's marketing gold, and it's one of the big reasons Dave's went from local legend to national obsession. Here's where things get really wild. Dave's isn't just growing, it's exploding. Most restaurant chains spend decades crawling their way to national dominance. Dave's is doing it at warp speed. Right now, they're sitting at around 250 locations, but by the end of this year, they plan to hit nearly 1,000 stores. That's quadrupling their size in record time. For context, it took McDonald's nearly 2 decades to reach that number of locations. Dave's is doing it in just a few years. So how are they pulling it off? 3 words: smart franchising, social media domination, and straight-up addiction-worthy food. Franchising is the magic word here. Instead of slowly rolling out corporate-owned stores, Dave's is letting franchisees do the heavy lifting, opening locations faster than you can say extra hot please. And with a proven formula, a streamlined menu, and a brand that's already a social media sensation, investors are practically fighting for a piece of the action. And let's talk about that hype machine. Dave's has mastered the art of going viral. Their food is photogenic, their branding is bold, and their fans are obsessed. Every time a new location opens, the lines are out the door, and social media is flooded with first bite reactions, spice level challenges, and enough mouth-watering food pics to make you want to order immediately. And unlike some chains that lose their magic as they expand, Dave's is keeping things tight and consistent. The menu stays simple, the chicken stays hot and crispy, the vibes stay immaculate. Let's face it, the fast food industry needed a shakeup. And Dave's is proving that you can be a massive chain without losing the cool, underground feel that made people fall in love with your food in the first place. They've set a new standard for what fast food can be. It doesn't have to be boring, it doesn't have to be soulless, and it sure as hell doesn't have to taste like a soggy afterthought. So what's next? Could we see more fast casual spots taking cues from Dave's? Will McDonald's or KFC try to up their spice game? Or is Dave's about to leave them all in the dust? One thing's for sure, this isn't just a food trend. This is the future of fast food. What do you think about it? Let us know in the comments below. So what's next for the spiciest fast food empire in America? If the past few years are any indication, world domination isn't off the table. Right now, they're focused on blanketing the US, making sure that no one has to drive more than a few miles to get their fix. But what about international expansion? Hot chicken is a big business overseas, and it's only a matter of time before Dave starts popping up in London, Tokyo, and Dubai. Who knows? And with more celebrity investors jumping on board, don't be surprised if we see even crazier collaborations. A Drake special spice level, a celebrity design menu item, maybe even a Dave's hot chicken sauce collab with a major grocery store. The possibilities are endless, and here's the real question. Will they challenge the big dogs? Chick-fil-A, Shake Shack, Raising Cane's? Dave's is already punching above its weight class, and if they keep the space, they might just be in the conversation with America's fast food elite. One thing's for sure, they're not slowing down anytime soon. At the end of the day, Dave's Hot Chicken is perhaps the best. It's proof that if you've got a killer idea, a social media strategy that slaps, and food that makes people sweat in the best way possible, you can go from a random parking lot in LA to the fastest growing restaurant in America. So what do you think? Is Dave's about to take over the world? Have you tried it yet? Drop a comment, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, go grab some napkins because after this, you're definitely going to want some chicken. Thanks for watching.